presidential candidate and former congresswoman of Hawaii. Tulsi Gabbard is a former presidential candidate and former congresswoman of Hawaii. So Tulsi, it takes some gall to tell Americans we're going to create a new world order after the last one, globalization, wrecked our jobs and kind of was responsible for the rise of China. Do you think he's going to get away with this?
Well, Jesse, I think it's important that we look at what's happening right in front of us, right? I mean, when I look at these issues, when I look at policies, I look at it by thinking of what is actually going to improve the lives of the American people, what will make their lives better, more secure, more prosperous, more fulfilled. And unfortunately, what we've seen is that President Biden isn't doing that. He should be focused on his job as president of the United States of America and actually solving the problems that we're facing here, securing the border, making our communities more safe, improving education, strengthening our economy by supporting small business. There are a lot of problems, unfortunately, that need to be fixed. That's where he should be focused. But instead, as we've seen, he seems to be more focused on trying to be president of the world, and along with the power elite of America, taking this missionary zeal to say, you know what, we're going to set aside the problems that the American people are facing and instead focus on saving the world by spreading democracy everywhere. It's just a bigger version of Obama's Arab Spring, where he took his kind of messianic attitude towards trying to save the Middle East by spreading democracy, but really just left destruction, suffering, and death in his wake. And the American people paid a very, very heavy price for that.
It's about humility, isn't it, Tulsi? It's about recognizing that the American president can't just shape the world however he wants. And part of being intelligent is kind of knowing your limitations. Do you think Joe Biden knows his limitations, or do you think he's so arrogant that he thinks he's just going to, create a new world order with global alliances that will be run out of Washington and Brussels like usual?
Central to that humility, Jesse, is first and foremost recognizing you're not God. You are not in control. And if you try to pretend that you are, what will result, even with good intentions, what will result, unfortunately, is more suffering, more hardship for the people in the world that supposedly he's trying to save, but also for the American people, because Joe Biden's already told us, hey, freedom is not free. You, the American people, are going to pay the price. And that is exactly what we will see play out if he continues to think that he is and can be somehow the controller of all people and all things in this world.
I mean, he can barely even control himself, let alone the entire world. Tulsi Gabbard, thank you so much for your analysis.
Thanks, Jesse.
Hey, Sean.
All right, Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing his word in truth and in sincerity and maturity. And there you seen it. This is a show of the division, all right, amongst these Edomites in the last days. That's this man declares that the NWO that that's coming now, all right, that the prophets have been speaking on for decades now, starting with the apostles and elders on down, all right, and the heathens, all right, all throughout history, which we're going to get in the scriptures, all right, they've always wanted total dominance over all the people, all right, total dominance of the mind, all right, of the physical, of the spiritual, everything. And this is what the so-called white man, the Edomites, are going for. All right, just as the other heathens in the past did. All right, they're going for the collection of souls and people. All right, for everyone to all come together as one. All right, now let's go to let's go to the book of Genesis 11, because this happened in the past. All right, the Tower of Babel. Right, the people wanted to come together, build a tower up to up to heaven. It was a heathenistic rulership, you see. So now we're seeing these like things, all right, and these Edomites, starting with Mr. Joe, Mr. Joe himself. Mr. Joe himself. All right, this is Genesis 11:1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And that's likened unto now, because what are you having in this time? As these Edomites gather and put things in order to try to sit down and eat in their new world order, this enterprise. Right? What are you seeing during this time? The chariots of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua appear to come down and see what's going on the earth once again. So, like Ecclesiastes 1:9 says, there's nothing new under the sun. This is what you're seeing through the Spirit. Everything is coming back. All right, all the prophecies are manifesting. All right, in these last days. Now let's keep reading. Genesis 11:5. And the Lord Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. All right, so this is in the imagination to do. All right, this is in the imagination of these Edomites in these last days to do and copy the same things, because they know the history of the Tower of Babel. These are the nations, they have the history. All right, going back to what before the flood, after the flood, King David, all our history. So the nations in the world know who we are. All right, and they understand that, and these Edomites, they understand they have a short time, so they have to go ahead and hurry up. All right, the Lord has already clicked on Russia, as he said in Ezekiel 38, man. All right, so they're going to try to bring one world government on the earth, and we know what it's going to be by. All right, Revelation 13, which we can get, Lord willing. All right, Genesis 11:6. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do. All right, go to, let us go down. So that you Edomites you're not going to be able to forward this madness on the earth that you call democracy, which is nothing but wickedness, violence, terror. But that's spoken of you in the book of Revelation, the 6th chapter. You're known as the red horse. All right, that took peace from the earth. All right, so now the Lord is going to bring forth peace back unto the earth. All right, and it's going to start with your judgment. That's why the chariots are being seen, just like they were being seen, and the Lord came down to see during the time of the Tower of Babel, when the whole world wanted to gather together as one. This world is separated, all right, into different nations. All right, and the head nation of all the nations on the earth is the nation of Israel, and that's how the Lord is going to set it up again in these last days. Genesis 11. Let's see here. Genesis 11:6. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language. Okay? That they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. So they stopped it. The Lord came down and separated everybody, just as he's going to do it again. All right? With the setting up of his people. All right, verse 9. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth. And from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. So this was already done, Esau. The Lord wants everybody separated, and he wants his people ruling in these last days. All right, you received your blessing according to Genesis 25, I believe. All right, when Isaac issued you out your half blessing, your little season of blessing. Now it's over. All right, there's no bringing everybody together. It already was tried. Let's get another account. This is 1 Maccabees 1. First Maccabees 1 and 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. That's what these Edomites are trying to do once again, because this is nothing but the Greco-Roman Empire revised in another generation, and that's the one we're living in now. Why? Because they're doing the same thing, trying to make one people all people, or all people one people. Excuse me. Verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom, and to the point where in this time they're going to present this electronic tag, this mark, this MOTB. All right, and you're going to be forced to take it. You're going to be put into a corner to take it. Okay? Because all of life's necessities they're going to make only accessible with having this electronic tag. All right? The image, all right, that you should bow down and worship in order for you to become a part of the NWO, a part of them being one people, everybody being one people. That's what they're trying to do again at this time, man. History repeats itself. And it says in the scriptures that the Lord's judgment is like a ring. All right? So they're coming around doing this again, and the same judgment's going to come back around. You're not going to try to rule over the Most High on his earth, man, and his son or his people. Verse 42. Verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. See? They don't want the Israelites worshiping. They don't want us worshiping Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. They want us worshiping them, all right, really backed by the spiritual demon Satan. See? Wickedness. That's why you see wickedness on the earth. That's why it's so spread forth onto the earth. Because they're trying to bring the world under the vibration of Satan. Okay? Through what? There's push and there's spread of democracy. Let's all be under democracy. That's why you have a small version or example of it. Look, and you go into the other countries, you got people wearing suits and ties, which used to be garbs. All right? In the clothes of their culture. Now it's suits and ties. This is the push of democracy. Everybody on this planet being one people. To the point where America thinks they're going to defeat Russia. Make them come to their knees. China, make them come to their knees. By what? Fighting against them with democracy. To become one people all under Satan. Or democracy as they call it today. Verse 43, yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion. So you're going to have our people again in this time. They're going to consent to this, what's coming. Because they don't understand what they're going to be doing. You see? They're asleep. So they're going to consent to his electronic chip. Okay? Tag. Alright, in order to continue in his society. That's why we're in this truth. And we're hoping and praying, the Lord delivers us or keeps a spirit on us to never take that. Alright, that would be us completely forgetting our heritage, man. We would have no more heritage. We would be Esau would be your God, man. You see? It says, verse 42, 1 Maccabees 1 and 42, and everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Shabbat. For the king has sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. See? And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Shabbats and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end they might forget the law, and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. And that's gonna be the same sentiment they bring back in this time, man. That's why certain of us, if that is your lot, all right, you're going to praise the Lord by what? Resisting this unto death. All right, resisting this new world order coming, via that image that the MOTB, which is gonna solidify you into his image on the earth. All right, he's gonna cause certain people to be put to death in these last days, man. They had there was news articles years ago of America buying lots of guillotines. You know, they've probably bought more guillotines, more hollow tip ammunition. You see, more rounds of ammunition. See, more of those fields and fields of three body capable or three body you can they bought like plastic coffins where you can put three individuals in there, man. 3 to 4 bodies fit in those things they bought, and these were there's videos of these things seen all over fields across the world, all across the U.S., man. What do you think they're for? All right, the people that refuse this, man. That's why, man, we just have to hope the Lord be with us during this all, man. Ultimately, all right, and He will if we continue on. He will, Lord willing, if we continue on to serve Him in fear. All right, and do this work. All right, in sincerity. Now, let's see here. You know what? Let's keep reading. Verse 50, and whosoever would not according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. In the selfsame manner wrote he to his whole kingdom, and appointed overseers over all the people, commanding the cities of Judah to sacrifice city by city. Then many of the people were gathered unto them, to wit everyone that forsook the law, and so they committed evils in the land, and drove the Israelites into secret places, even wheresoever they could flee for succor. Alright, so we're going to be it's not going to be a popular thing to understand that we're Israelites during this man's downfall, knowing that we're the people that's going to rule next. All right, it's going to be a lot of hatred towards us teaching this truth, man. All right, because what the Israelites through the Spirit have always been in the block. You had Daniel, which I'm going to get, with Nebuchadnezzar came to Israel, and if Israel was going to serve that heathen nation, and we had examples of our forefathers not bowing the knee to it, man. All right, let's go to Daniel 3. Let's see, I believe this is it. Daniel's 3:1. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold, whose height was 60 cubits, and the breadth thereof 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king sent to gather together the princes, the governors, and the captains, and the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces, to come to the dedication of the image which Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up. Then the princes, the governors and captains, the judges, the treasurers, the counselors, the sheriffs, and all the rulers of the provinces were gathered together unto the dedication of the image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up, and they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar has set up. And that's what this is. That's what's trying to be established now through what that electronic tag. Okay, and you already have a division of the Edomites, man. So this man's enterprise, as it says, him trying to sit down and eat now, this is not gonna work, man. But go ahead. We need you to do this. Like the brother said in Atlanta, we need you to go ahead and go forth with this so the Lord can come and confound you again. The Lord already tried, you heathens already tried this, man. Now you're trying it being led by Esau. It's not gonna be any different. Let's see here. Verse 3. Then an herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O people, nations, and languages, that at what time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king hath set up. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth shall the same hour be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. See? So it's joining and becoming one under whatever the heathen was leading the world at that time, the known world. All right, you not bound down would eventually result in your death. Okay. Verse 7. Therefore, at that time when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshipped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king has set up. So this man, the Edomites, are trying to set up their ultimate image. The world has already been following them. You got to speak English to fly planes around the world. All right, America has their army so spread out across the earth that it's thin over here. All right, this man has tried to push his democracy, and now he's going for the ultimate, forever, all right, worship of all the nations and everybody on the planet by way of his sword, man, and by way of his ultimately, all right, that electronic tag, man, his image. That's gonna be all this democracy, wickedness, all these acts and ways of life that are contrary to the scriptures is going to be all in that one image under Esau, and you have to bow down to it, all right, in order to continue to survive and be a part of the society, all right. And it's all going to come and go down and come back to that MOTB, man, all right. Daniel 3:8. Wherefore at that time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews. They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, hast made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, shall fall down and worship the golden image. And whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. There are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. So that's us in this time. We're in the stead of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. We're in the stead of what? The Jews back then that didn't bow to Antiochus. Alright? Same spirit is coming back. But the Lord is going to what? Defend us, is going to help us, Lord willing. All right, whether it be us, Lord giving us the spirit to endure what, taking a death for not becoming a part of this madness, man. You know. So let's go to, and you can read this story, Daniel the 3rd chapter. It goes into how these men, all right, they didn't bow the knee to Baal ultimately, and who helped them, and who saved them, and who kept them from death. Through what? Through supernatural power, man. All right. Imagine you're being thrown into a furnace. How else are you going to survive that if it's not by way of supernatural power, some type of spiritual power? And when they looked down in the furnace, they saw a fourth man with them, man. They saw Yahushua, man. All right, so we have to have that same kind of faith, all right, as we're going into what? Our fiery furnace in this time, man. So all we have is the faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Now let's get we'll end it off here. Let's get Revelation 13. Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Esau with all this destructive power he's been using on the earth. All right, starting during the time of what? Japan, Hiroshima, and believe it's Nagasaki. Let me see, make sure I'm right. Yep, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, when he dropped those bombs. All right, which led into him becoming more destructive and more militarily strong on the earth, which we've seen, and now that nations are pointing it out. All right, they pointed out the fact that you Edomites over here in America have been a destructive, violent, all right, evil, wicked force on the earth, and now that the earth is making a stand, man. And you're hurrying up to do what? To fulfill your enterprise, as it says in the book of Job, man. But it's gonna be to no avail. All right, Revelation 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. All this military might and destruction you put forth, people are, and all these different types of miracles, medical miracles, all this stuff you're doing. What else? All this laser eye surgery, different miracles. All right, and then there's gonna be more miracles tied to that MOTBY, They're gonna say, you take this, you can see again. You know, so this is about to be epic end for this man, because he's gonna try to do too much, like the heathens of old did. Verse 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Let's talk about that Roman Empire. All right. Now he's making that image to the beast. He's making that image. You have to come underneath democracy. Okay, so-called democracy. That's what he masked over his real intentions, which is what, to keep his birthright going. All right, or not, or to keep his blessing, because he didn't get the birthright. Excuse me. All right, this is to keep what little season he got to rule. He wants to keep it going, but it's over with, man. All right, so he's gonna try to push to come against the Most High's prophecies and his orchestration on the earth by way of he's about to rule the earth forever, so to speak, man. And when I say he, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the elites, right, and the oligarchs of Edom on this earth, all right, which are what, the wicked elite, all right, which are the head of the Edomites. This guy here is just a front man, a puppet. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. See? Same sentiment that happened during the time of what? Nebuchadnezzar. During the time of Antiochus. As a result of what? Not following their image. Not conforming to their world that they were creating. Which is all vain anyway. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. Alright? In their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. This is what he's bringing. You're going to have to bow down to that electronic tag, that mark. Let's go and see here. The charagma, see?
Strong's G 5480.
Yep.
Charagma. Charagma.
A stamp, an imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Alright? And who's coming to get us? The anointed. So you follow this system, you're basically against the anointed. The anointed is the son of the Most High coming back in glory in these chariots. Alright, with these chariots you're seeing pop up around the earth, man. You take this, you will be against him. What else? He has no choice but to destroy you. That's why we hope, the Lord we make it through this time, man. All right, and we found worthy to escape these things, or give our life for these things if necessary. Things carved, sculpture, graven work, or idolatrous image, a badge of servitude. You become a slave forever. An etching, a scratch, graven. So you're gonna put this in your skin, man. All right. It says, Revelation 13:16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark of, or the name of the beast, or the name, or the number of his name. Let's get this and we'll get out of here, man. This is what this man's coming to do, man. It's a man, he's going for it. Let's see here. It's like Revelation 3, yep. This is Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from the Most High, and I write upon him my new name. See? So this is what's coming, man. But what? The Lord, hopefully, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, through mercy and our fear, is going to deliver us out of these times, man. And eventually he's going to destroy Esau. On the flip side, let's get this real quick. It's in Job. Yep. This is Job 20. Job 20. So he's gonna have trouble with this because as you can see, look, these Edomites are already like, this man like he's about to cry, man. These Edomites ain't with this. You have half of them. You have the bugged out ones, the ones that want to continue that false, wicked ideology of democracy, all right, over the earth. And then you have Edomites that doesn't, they're not with this. That's that division Yahushua talked about, which is gonna bring forth their destruction. Job 20 and 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly, he shall not save of that which he desired. There shall none of his meat be left, therefore shall no man look for his goods. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. This is what's coming for him. He's going to try this. He's going for it. It's really the wicked elite going for it. All right? Because the oligarchs, which are the elite banking families in Russia, all right? It's a battle between them on the planet because it's a division, because it's over with for the Edomite power structure, and that any Edomite, all right, any descendant of Esau, those people are not about to, that the end of their rulership is over on earth, and they all know it, so they're all up there. It's a big division in the nation of Edom, which is what a signal. All right, it's a signal of the destruction coming, man. All right, Yahushua said, "Knoweth that they have an end now," roughly paraphrasing. All right, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. These missiles coming. You see, that's why it's in the news. Russia is not giving up their nuclear power, and it might be used, they're saying now. All right, so we're coming into the end of this. All right, Apostle Dahar just posted a video of him filming a billboard where it showed prophecy. It showed it had the iconicalized images up there. It's supposed to be a so-called black woman up there from the tribe of Judah, and it showed darkness over America, man. Let me see if I can get it, man. Let's see, just real quick too. Subscription. Let's go to Apostle Dahar.
I hope you can see it. This is 3rd Avenue, the bridge. I believe this is the Madison Bridge crossing from the Bronx into Harlem. And you see the sign right there. It says a dark cloud over America. You see on one side, it's supposed to be Mother Mary, which that's white supremacy right there. She's not a white woman. She's a so-called black woman.
All right. So you can go on the Apostles channel and check that out, man. These they know is the end, man. This is gonna lead to all this. Gonna lead to the end, man. This NWO, because it's not gonna work, man. Job 20 and 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. See? So this man's gonna try to sit down, eat, and establish his enterprise. All right. And the Lord is gonna disappoint it. It's another scripture. Job 5 and 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Let's see what that word enterprise means. Because that's what the wicked leader after, and this is their front man for it. Let's see here. Enterprise, right here it is, H8454.
Strong's H8454. Tushia. Tushia.
It says wisdom, sound knowledge, success. Sound or efficient wisdom, abiding success. Let's go down to the Strongs. Direct help and undertaking. See? And enterprise, that which thing as it is substance, sound wisdom, a working. And that's what they're trying to bring forth. More working of democracy. Alright. All wrapped in one package, given to you. Alright. As their image. Alright. Via that electronic tag, man. Let's go back. But the Lord's going to disappoint this, man. Job 5:12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. They're not going to be able to perform the NWO. Ain't going to be no NWO. Ain't going to be nobody the world's not all coming under the so-called white man cave people to worship them forever. It's not going to happen. It's pipe dreams. That's all it is. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in the noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. So this is our hope, that the Lord Yahweh Shai is going to save us from these times, man. Because this, man, they going through with it, and these Edomites know, man. Alright? These Edomites know, look what they're putting up. A dark cloud over America with nuclear fire.
Tribe of Judah.
With nuclear fire on it, man. Prophets have been teaching this, starting with this apostle, all right, and his elders on down, man. So all the elders and brothers around the world, all right. So Lord willing, that was edifying call. Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, across the world, pushing this word in truth and in sincerity and with charity. Shalom and the Baba Ball.